Hello and welcome back to Roommates. Right, this time we are going to see the Max and Sally relationship. So, they are. I can think of prettier though, I've got to admit. It's only when you get them all together that they're at their prettiest. You're incorrigible. She still smiles at me though. We watch the birds for a few more moments before they flutter off to whatever business it is birds get up to. I don't get it, Max. I mean, you're a terrible flirt, you're reckless and barely responsible. Cute, sure, but... And yet I can't help but think of you when I'm feeling down. And on the other side, well, I've been told more than once that my love of animals borders on psychotic. I believe in things like auras and destiny, and maybe that's what this is, but I don't know. I don't think destiny is a plan that some almighty being wrote in his notebook with hearts dotting the I's. Destiny is something you work toward. Destiny is the finish line in a race you've been working your whole life to win. I don't know if that's stupid or profound. And I think that's why I like you, Max. Somehow you just keep walking that line. All men of mystery and cunning walk that line, my dear. Someone who's been hanging around Memphis too much. Yeah, but there you have it. Memphis approves of you. You're practically a shoo-in. Sally rests her head on the table, looking through her lashes at me. Do you think you could be with me, Max? I'm a pretty hefty little load of caveats. Some might say I'm high maintenance. Yeah, right. You're a sweet girl with a good head on her shoulders. You're honest enough to tell me to screw myself when I need to, and sweet enough to put up with me when I don't. You do need to get bent a little more often than average, I'll admit. Though you can be sweet when you put your mind to it. Sally grins widely at me, and I can't help but grin back. I'll never admit it, but my heart feels lighter when I see her smile like that. I don't think there are any dogs to get in our way out here. I laugh a bit, get out of my chair, walking over to where Sally is smiling and resting her head. I gently cup her cheek, bringing her face up from the table, looking into her green eyes for a moment, before she closes them. She leans into my hand and purses her lips. When our lips meet, it feels right, like when a riff just clicks home. Hell, if I didn't know any better, I'd almost swear I heard music. As our lips part, we look over and there is music. Well, birds singing anyway. Two birds are sitting on top of the bird feeder, and one of them's chirping a sweet little tune to the other one. While we both watch, the bird stops singing, and the two birds approach, briefly touching beaks. I think they're trying to show you up, Max. You're not going to let them outdo you, are you? Well, if you'd like me to warble out a chirpy tune, I can go get my guitar. I think you'll like this bit better. I kiss her again, this time wrapping my arms around her, pulling her up from her chair and closer to my body. She returns my kiss with a deep passion. Our mouths part slightly and we explore for just a little while. When we break this time, the two birds chirp at each other a few more times before flying off in the same direction. So, we've clearly seen the birds. I suppose we get to the bees. We chuckle and kiss again on the deck, and then lead Sally inside the house, into the spare bedroom that nobody's sleeping in. So this is why you and Isabella wanted to make sure there was a spare room. Well, what do you expect from a couple of horned dogs? A good damn time. I raise an eyebrow at Sally, just in time for her to push me backwards onto the spare bed. Her lips are hungry as they're pressing to mine. Her hands hold my arms above my head as she kisses all over my face. I try to catch her face, placing gentle kisses on her eyes and forehead. Sally sits up as she straddles me, pulling me up after her, and I happily comply, kissing her deeply. Our lips part for a moment as Sally pulls my shirt over my head, and then she's kissing me again. Our tongues meet for a moment as Sally moans lightly. I run my hands over her back as she begins to kiss down my neck. She begins kissing my chest and running her hands over my abs. I feel her hands pulling on my shorts as her lips kiss over my pecs and down to my stomach. 30 minutes later, Sally and I are laughing next to each other in the spare bedroom. Oh man, I hope nobody heard that. Nah, no one else in the house. I wasn't expecting that. I may not lay my sexuality on the table like Isabella, but I'm not ashamed of it. Exploring my energy means exploring my body. Well, then I should explore your energy a bit more. Sally laughs and swats at my roving hand. Stop that! I'm saying I'm not a prude or anything, and that I think our auras mingle nicely. Very nicely. You sure you're going to be able to put up with me still eating meat from time to time? Don't expect me to eat it, and I'd like you to cut back, but I'm not going to force you to be something you're not. I like you, Max. I like you too, Sally. I like you too. How long until someone comes to find us? And now for the big finale. What? Do I have something on me? What? No, you're fine. Damn fine if you ask me. Okay, you were just giving me a groovy grin, you smooth talker, you. Oh, actually, can I ask you a favour? Yeah, sure, what's up, baby? I was down at the dog park in town a couple of weeks back, and we met someone with a dog like Vegemite. She's a mutt too, and we were talking about what breed we thought they were. Well, anyway, long story short, I promised to house sit for a little bit this summer, and since the two get along so well, want to come help me walk her. You sure you're not going to try and bring another dog home, right? Shut up and come on already. She smiles as we head down the street, off to pick up some strange dog. 25 minutes later, the two of us are walking down the walking lane into the campus park. Luckily, this new dog is well behaved. Thanks for coming out with me, Max. I appreciate the help. Last time I tried to walk both at once, they just set about chasing each other, and they dragged me halfway around the park. Well, if that's all you're looking for, we can tie up to 2 different trees, and I can drag you behind some trees. Oh, don't be gross, Max. Also, we're not leaving the dogs unsupervised. Well, at least Vegemite's neutered. Means I can trust him a lot more than I trust you. Words hurt, my dear, words hurt. Sally just laughs at me. Well, with me. See, this is why I keep you around. You don't put up with my crap. I thought you kept me around for my veggie-fueled body, and that thing I do in the sack that you love so much. Look, I'm not saying you don't come with some additional benefits. Oh, did you upgrade me to the full package? Do I come with climate control? Well, I've certainly turned up the heat doing that thing in the sack that you love so much. I love it when I can get Sally to blush. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm glad you're here with me. I'm always happy when you're around. Even when I'm making bacon. Don't push your luck, chump. But yes, even when you're performing questionable acts of animal consumption. Good. Because I'm happy with you too. We pause in our walk, ignoring for a brief moment the tug in our arms. When her lips meet mine as the sun sets in the distance, I feel like I've made all of the right choices in life. The happy sigh coming from her as we kiss in the road tells me that she feels the same. I'd tell you the magic broke when the tugging in her arms became a bit more insistent, but honestly, the magic never did break. And that was Sally and Max. Thank you very much for watching.